Hey YouTube, what's up? Today is August 18th and it is a Friday. So welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber, and if you're new, welcome in general. So I posted a picture, I have my laptop over here, August 9th. Wow, I'm late. Anyways, posted a picture August 9th asking a Q&A, and I am filming it now because it's the first chance that I've got to sit down and talk to my camera. Alright, so now we can start the Q&A. Alright, first I got a question by Alicia. Alicia. You were amazing on stage. Oh, thanks. How has it been prepping / competing and going to college? The social environment there can be very different from the ideal fitness lifestyle. So I'm wondering how you handled it in your off and on season. Okay, so off season was a lot easier because I kind of like, in off season, like I was tracking, but I definitely ate whatever I wanted to eat. Like, you know, within my numbers of course, but definitely was able to go on campus for like Chick-fil-A or whatever food was on campus. It wasn't like detrimental if I didn't cook my own food at home. Otherwise, and then for the eating aspect like that, on prep, I brought my little meal prep bag and everything every day, and that was exhausting, but without doing that, you're not going to be able to hit those macros, or you'll never know if you actually hit them because you can't trust. I mean, my MyFitnessPal is great, but like, you know, I've gotten an 8-count chicken nugget from there before, and you know, on there it says, okay, 4 ounces of chicken, and I've weighed it and it's been like 3, or even I've gotten some that's been more, you know? So you can never be like completely sure when you're just simply counting. So definitely had to bring my food, so that was a little bit more time consuming, meal prepping and stuff like that. And then I also got kind of like looked at funny because I was the girl carrying around a meal prep bag and a gallon of water, so it's just like, yeah. And I mean, I'm assuming you're also talking about, well, I guess you didn't know I was in Greek life, but the social life, like, I mean, parties, like that type of stuff. If I didn't go often because I just rather expend my energy, like, you know, focusing in my workout or something like that. But I'm definitely not the person that needs that environment. I'm totally cool with being alone. I'm totally cool with just sitting at home and watching Netflix. Yeah, it definitely wasn't anything like the fitness lifestyle. It didn't align. It doesn't align. But I know if you just kind of like separate out your goals and just kind of realize what's more important, or what you think is more important personally, you can handle it. It's just a lot of choices. It's not about you can or you can't. It's about, or you don't have time to do something. It's about what's your priority. You know what I mean? So I hope that answers your question. Alexa asked me, how did you grow your delts and / shoulders? I'm currently trying to add mass and would love to hear your process. Okay, so I'm not going to go through that right now, but anytime anybody asks me how to like grow a muscle, I always say train it hard, lift heavy. I hate a bunch of like high reps. Yeah, high reps, low weight. No, you're not going to grow anything like that. I'm sorry. You need to lift heavy, and you need to be eating a lot. Lift heavy, eat heavy. And just don't be afraid to gain a little bit of weight. That's part of the process. It's how your body, you know, not being afraid to put on a little bit of fat, and maybe you won't be as aesthetic for a little bit, but that's what makes shredding down so great. It's like, shredding is like opening a Christmas, or a birthday present really slowly. Like, it's torture, but in the end, it's just what you wanted. So there you go. But I'll do a video over my actual shoulder workout because they're definitely like a super dominant thing that I have, but I've done pretty much the same workout for over a year. Brandon started me on a very basic version of it, and over the past year I've kind of like added a few things and made it my own. So I'll go over that on another video. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? Well, I've never been there, but I've always wanted to go to Australia. I don't know, I could be completely wrong. If I have any Australians watching this, correct me. But I feel like it's such like I feel like it can be such like an outdoorsy lifestyle. I think I don't know, the vibes that I get when I think of Australia are just good ones. I know they have the type of music I like there. It just seems more of like a relaxed, yet still organized and civil place to live. I love outdoorsy things, so there's a lot of that there. I'm a scuba diver, so I would love to like dive over there. I've heard there's really good diving. So that, Australia. I don't know where in Australia because I don't know anything about Australia, but Australia. What macros keep you lean after reverse dieting? Tatum asked me that. Well, this is the first time I've reverse dieted. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna like share my numbers because then somebody's just gonna like watch this video, maybe like cut straight to here and say like, oh, I should do those numbers, and I guarantee you my numbers won't work for you. I worked very hard to get my metabolism up to being able to handle this much food. So I'm not going to directly answer that, partially because I don't want that to happen and partially because I don't know. Favorite workout swag? I think this is like a raglan shirt. I really enjoy like just some spandex shorts and usually like a tank top or like a crop top or something. I hate to work out in loose shirts unless it's like a hoodie, because like if I wear a regular t-shirt I feel like constricted and I just start like freaking out and I just don't want to. And then I always wear my headbands. I'm sure y'all have seen those on Instagram. So that, and then I pretty much wear the same shoes every time. They're just like some Nike Frees. But as for brand, I'm assuming you're asking, right now I'm wearing a lot of the Alphalete range since I got it for shooting with them. And those just seem to fit the best right now, so. What was your biggest struggle in life and how that affect your fitness lifestyle? It's kind of a long story, but basically to sum it all up, my sophomore year of high school, my legs basically just went numb. And turns out I have like there's spina bifida, spondylolisthesis, and like minor scoliosis. But basically what was happening was my disc in between my L5 and S1 is degenerated. So it was causing kind of like bone-on-bone action. And this like vertebrae like slipped off. And through here was my sciatic nerve. So it cut off like the nerve circulation, I guess you could call it, to my legs. And caused a lot of pain. I've been through countless, like, oh my god, so many hours of physical therapy, massage therapy. I've done electrodes, and I've also had 2 very minor surgeries, but super effective surgeries in my spinal column. And basically doctors told me to like, hey, learn how to play an instrument, you know, kind of don't be as active as you are. And I've been an athlete my whole life, and I was like, no thank you. So I started CrossFit. They told me to do low impact and I started CrossFit. I'm sorry. But anyways, CrossFit, basically like I competed for like 2.5 years or something like that. And then I just kind of got bored, and I had already fallen in love with like how my body was changing when I did like bodybuilding style workouts instead of CrossFit style workouts. So I kind of started to get like more curves, very minimal because I'm pretty much like a straight-bodied person, but started to get like more curves, and you know, endurance went down, but I was getting a lot stronger, and honestly my body just didn't hurt as much as when I was on doing CrossFit. So I stopped CrossFit, picked this up full time, and did a bikini competition because I could, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the process, so the process became my lifestyle, and that's why I'm doing this now. So one of the most unfortunate things that I was really like mentally in a bad place about for a long time, because you know I played softball for a long time. I was going to go to college to play softball, and so one of those things that was just I did not welcome into my life was also there for a reason. So I believe in free will, I believe in all that, but I do believe some things happen for a reason. So there you go. That's how it affected my fitness lifestyle. It created my fitness lifestyle. Okay, what are your top 5 prep secrets, food, drink related? Okay, so I love zucchini. I think I'm actually planning out a whole YouTube video based on zucchini recipes and the different ways you can use zucchini. So zucchini, major key. 2, Sprite Zero. All right, 3 is for sure sugar-free Jell-O. Yeah. I also really love cashew milk. I think the macros are 3, 2, 1 actually, or 1, 2, 3, something like that. Super low. You can have a ton of cashew milk for like nothing. And I put that in like my coffee. I'll do that for like my little protein ice cream if I need that. I love cashew milk. Oh, fifth would definitely have to be the Kodiak cakes, and I make them with like egg beaters and sometimes cashew milk or just water. But like I've perfected them, and I can put blueberries in them too. But I've perfected them to a point where like they're so fluffy, and just like half a cup of that mix is so fluffy and big, and it gives me like 2 and sometimes 3 like gigantic, beautiful blueberry pancakes. Wow. Eric asked, beards or clean shaved? Shaven? Shaved. I don't know. Well, I really like my boyfriend's beard. Okay. He looks good when it's like nice and like clean. I like it. Very manly. All right, next question. So, first I just spit across the room. And what are 5 things to keep me and an individual motivated during weight loss? All right, so I don't believe in motivation. I believe in discipline. So if you can turn your want to lose weight, my ankle. If you can like turn your want to lose weight into like, no, like homie, I have to lose weight. I have to do this for myself. Like almost like a I owe this to myself kind of attitude, or not even you owe yourself, because then you feel like you're in debt. But like, be disciplined about it. It's a goal. It's not going to come easy. There's no shortcuts. Just keep going. Have an accountability partner if you need to, and just like, if you're going to commit something, commit to it and run with it, and be disciplined about it. It's no longer, think of it as no longer an option. And honestly, how does it feel to say, okay, I want to lose weight, and then when you're not motivated, what you're saying is that it's not a priority, or that you have something better to do? Well, until you put that at the top of your priorities, you're going to keep failing. Just saying, that's what's going to happen. So I hope that answers your question. Have you been fit your whole life? I've played sports and everything my whole life, so I don't know about like that, like the kind of fit I am now. Definitely never this lean, but I've always been like super athletic. I grew up with all boys, so I was always like playing football and kickball, and I ran cross country, ran track, did taekwondo. I'm a black belt. I did gymnastics. I did soccer, basketball, volleyball, softball, baseball even, you name it, and I played it. So I've always been active. Would you help me create a workout routine and meal plans? I know big stretch, but hearts. So I'm waiting for the right time, because I don't want to start anything and then not be able to give my full attention to it. But I am planning on offering that service and that coaching soon. Shoe size, or 7.5. Favorite store to shop at? That's a good one. I really love Target. If you're talking about a clothing store, no, wait. The Container Store. I love the Container Store, and I love Target. And there's this new store in my mall. It's called Typo, and it's all like, I don't know, it's just cute stuff, It's like paper stuff, and I've always loved like little notebooks and journals and stuff. So I love that kind of store. But I guess if you're talking about clothing, I'd say Forever 21, because there's like a ton of stuff, and it may not be the best quality, but if you do it right, you can make affordable look good. That's my thing. I love making affordable look good. I do not speak Spanish. Oh, I skipped one. Best exercises to work the whole body. So I would just say the first one that comes to mind is burpees. And I'm not talking about the ones where you just stand up. I'm talking about the ones where you're like the army burpees, like where you like chest to the ground, like full push up, get your feet underneath you, and jump as high as you possibly can. Maybe a little clap over the head or something. I don't know. Go back down and do that again. That will get your heart rate going. And if you think about it, you got to push up in there. You're engaging your core, and the jump is with your legs. So definitely burpees. So supplements. All I take is a daily multivitamin. PE Science, code 30% off is my name. Ad. Anyway, so all I take is the multivitamin, and then I take fish oil. And then, I don't take any other pills or anything, so I guess like workout supplements. Sometimes I use protein, like whey protein or something, but it kind of makes my skin break out, so I kind of stay towards the vegan protein. Otherwise, I'm about to start, I think it's curcumin? I don't know, some anti-inflammatory thing, and I'm thinking that will help with like my complexion and stuff. I don't know, I'm gonna try it. PE Science has it, so I'm gonna try it. And then the only thing that I do like on the regular besides like BCAs after fasted cardio is a pre-workout pump product, and my most important one is definitely like creatine. Creatine is like comes in a lot of like flavorless flavors. Yeah, I just take creatine, and I feel like that really helps with muscle retention as you're cutting down, being a natural athlete. What will your life be like in 10 years? The golden question. I have no idea. I'll probably have like 5 more versions of Bear, my dog. And I mean, I'm 21 now, so by 31, I'll be married. I hope I'll be married. I'll be married. Definitely be graduated. I don't know. I can't even think that far ahead. 10 years is a long time, but I know I will be successful and independent, like financially independent, be able to take care of myself in that way. And I'll definitely still be like into fitness. Whether or not I'll be competing by then, not really sure. I'll probably have a couple kids. I don't know. That's a big question, but I like it. Thank you, Jess. What do you tell yourself when you're doubting your ability? How do you pull yourself up from that? You know, I have gone through like certain times, just like everybody else, where I'm like, oh wow, like, can I really do this? I know towards like in prep, cardio and everything, like, man, like I give it my all. So I basically die like every time I do cardio. And I tell myself, as cheesy as it is, like, that's not first place. Did you really think that something as prestigious as a pro card, that's my goal, so as prestigious as a pro card would just come naturally to you? Like, I've had a lot of things, like I have an athletic ability that has just come naturally to me. Like, I pick up on things very quick, I'm very coachable, but I really ask myself, I'm like, wow, dude, did you really think this would be easy? And I pull myself out from that by like, excuse me, no, it's not easy, and it's never going to be easy. Anything worth having is not going to be easy. You can't take shortcuts. You know, I know I would be very disappointed if I just let myself lay down and be like, oh yeah, you've done enough. No, you haven't done enough until you reach your goal. So that's how I pull myself up from that. It's just positivity, good vibes, and, you know, a little prayer too. And do you think you could ever come to the Arnold Classic Expo in Australia? I would love to meet you. Well, I did say I want to live in Australia, so if I ever get the chance, you know I'm coming to Arnold. That would be a dream come true. That'd be really cool. PE Science, hey. What advice would I give to aspiring bikini competitors or those just looking to start their fitness journey? Set your goals, make them specific, and make it a long-term goal. Honestly, it's so rewarding when you reach that long-term goal, because it's just like, oh my god, like I kept with it that long, like, look at me. And then it's kind of like, no matter what happens, you are proud of yourself, especially if you're competing and everything. Like, girl, you got on that stage. Are you kidding? That's amazing. That's so cool. So definitely just set your goals and be specific about them. Also, what's it like being a student while competing? So I kind of already answered that one. So all right, hopefully, Jim. Why your hair look like a lion's mane? It's a good question. It usually does. Today I straightened it though. But a cool lion's mane. Thank you. You spelled mane wrong twice. Why you look so shreddy? I'm not. In that picture, I'm not shreddy. I was watery. Why are you so cool? Why do you love our gym? I love this gym because it's like always evolving. I feel like there's always like new members in here, and there's so many, like, there's powerlifters, I think there's like dancers and stuff, there's bodybuilders obviously, and then there's just lifestyle people that are in here like grinding every day just like we are, and it's really cool. So it's just like a diverse group, and it's definitely a big family within like the ones that I've like bonded with. There's definitely like a little family kind of sense of us here, and everybody really like pushes each other, so that's really neat. Highlight of the year thus far. Alright, so highlight of the year has kind of been like an ongoing thing. This whole summer I've gotten to spend like a lot of time with my family, and that's pretty cool because over the last couple years of college, like I live like 30 minutes away from where I grew up, but you know, separated by traffic, it can be a couple hours away. So I live in downtown, they live on the outskirts of Houston, but I've been spending a lot of time with them, so it's kind of like an ongoing cool highlight that I've definitely not that I ever lost it, but like rekindled my like closeness to my family and my brothers, especially my older brother. We've gotten so much closer. He lives in Austin, and in my personal life, definitely like spending a lot of time with my family and kind of finding out who my friends are, and yeah, so that. And in fitness, definitely USA's. I felt like a freaking queen up on that stage, even though I'm awkward and I need to work on my posing, or not even my posing, my stage presence. But that was pretty cool. How do I feel with my social media growing? My social media has never been like a super big priority to me. I always have something to say. I actually used to blog, B-L-O-G, and I don't know if you've noticed or anything, but like my Instagram captions are usually pretty long, and they're just like, it's kind of like an outlet. It's going to become an outlet, and at the same time, I've like, as it grows, obviously that's how many more people I'm like touching in some way. So that's pretty neat. Any advice? My only advice for growing social media, there's two things. Post often, like quality, post quality often. Don't post these stupid, anyways. And be yourself. There are so many people out there trying to like mimic somebody or just be like somebody else. Just be yourself. People will love you for who you are, and just offer your most honest and transparency. Just be yourself, and just like any entrepreneur, kind of treat it almost like a business. Find a way to do something better. You don't have to make up something brand new. You don't have to make up a new concept and a new brand for yourself, but find a way to do it better or different than somebody else already has. So, new approaches. How I started my journey, how to be okay with bulking, and how to get pumped from Miami. Okay, started my journey, I already explained that one. How to be okay with bulking. So, being okay with bulking, girl, you just gotta... Personally, I say goodbye to the abs and hello to the ass. That's just really like how my body works. But if you're bulking and you're really putting some effort into it, like, yeah, I mean, bulking is more than just eating, bulking is lifting heavy. You are grinding just as hard, if not harder, as you are on a prep. Just be confident. Just remember, even on the insecure days, which I had plenty of those, on the insecure days, you're doing this for a reason. And if you're putting in the work, it's gonna pay off. Embrace it. I know that's not easy, but embrace it, because curves are beautiful, cuts are beautiful, but there's a time for both, So, and how to get pumped from Miami. Girl, I don't need to get pumped. I'm ready to slay. I'm ready to kill it. I'm wondering how you manage to balance school, work, and a social life while training. Sometimes I feel like pressure to go to social events when I would rather stay in, get good sleep, and exercise the next morning. How do you deal with that? Okay, Molly. I've already went over a little bit of this before, but like I said, it's kind of like a priority thing. So, by all means, go. If you want to be social, which I encourage you to have friends. If y'all watched my past videos and stuff, like me and Brandon go to concerts, go to raves, you follow me on Instagram, I'm sure y'all were questioning me for a little bit, because it was like, hey, you're like 6 weeks out and you're like in Austin on 6th Street. What are you doing? But, you only get, it's so cheesy, but you only get like one life, and you only get one time to be young, and who says you can't do both, So, I mean, the only thing is, you can go, but if you're serious about your goals, don't go drink, don't go get drunk, don't go do drugs or whatever else. Like, go, be social, but be okay with being the sober one, because that's really the only place you mess up. Honestly, every time me and Brandon go to something like that, we're dancing for like hours, I wake up lighter. So it's almost like a cardio. It's all about priorities, and just how bad do you want it? You know what I mean? How much are you willing to sacrifice? And if you truly want to like go out, get drunk, whatever, like that's cool, totally cool. Like there's time for that. You need to choose. You need to choose if you want to do that or if you want to do this. And it's more extreme for competing, but I guess for lifestyle, if you're gonna go do that, like just keep it in moderation, everything in moderation, literally everything, food, just everything in moderation is okay. Okay, next one. What are your tips to stay out of post-show blues? Shed some light for your girl. I definitely recognize when I was kind of falling into that, like does my life still have meaning? Just remember, like, post-show blues, I know some of it can be hormonal and everything, but that's also when you need to kind of pay attention and, like, maybe you need to take a break, Stay busy, keep working out. I would recommend a reverse diet. just to kind of like not gain all that weight back so fast, because it can be really tough on your head if you're so lean and then like 2 days later, it literally happens to people. So like 2 days later you weigh like 8 to 10 pounds more. It happens. So just kind of like go slow, reverse diet, just stay busy, keep on your grind. Remember that, yeah, like you just crossed the finish line, but like here, you know how the treadmill has like that cool down lap? You need to like do your cool down, you know what I mean? Bring your like hormone levels and your metabolism back to a normal state, and kind of go from there. A lot of it is hormonal, but then the rest is you can change how you feel. Like literally endorphins are released when you smile. So like I automatically feel happier, and I feel like I sound happier. I don't know, but just kind of be strong in your head, if that makes any. If I know that's easier said than done, but be strong in your head and just realize that like you still have so much, that you're so much more than just a prep. You're so much more than just a show, and you have so much more to offer to other people than fitness advice and prep pictures. Like, and honestly, you can DM me if you're feeling in your blues. So, because I understand and I will help you. So, anyways, one more. What are you studying and career path? So I am studying hotel restaurant management at the University of Houston. So it's basically a people-based, hospitality-based business degree. And my school is like #1 in the country for the program. Super like some cool jobs you can get with it. But my emphasis is actually wine and spirits. Kind of contradictory with what I do here, but wine and spirits. So I'm taking this one class this fall. It's called Wine Appreciation. So I think by the end of the semester, I'll actually be like a qualified amateur sommelier. I'm really excited about that. And then I also have a business administration minor. All right. So I am here. It's probably a really long video at this point. Thank you so much for listening to me talk, and I really hope you enjoyed. I look forward to having y'all's support and everything on my prep. We start next Friday, kind of cleaning everything, my diet right now up, so I have an easier transition back into dieting. But life's good, guys. Everything's good. So I'll see you later.